Hi guys, Michael from Modulus here. Just getting towards the end of that Princeton Reverb Clone we've been building, and I need to choose a reverb tray to go into it now. I had a specific tray here in mind that I thought was going to be the one for it, but before just fitting that I decided to buy in a few other ones to give it a try. So I've got 4 different tanks here. I've got a tank by Mod, a tank by the Tube Doctor, a TAD tank, and an Accutronics tank and a Belton tank to all try. And what I've done is I've done a quick recording of that. I just did a little sample on a looper pedal and just looped it through, and hopefully you can listen to that and see what you think. Interestingly, having all 4 tanks here though, from a visual inspection point of view, there's a few things that are quite key to pull out, so we'll have a look at those first before we get to the sound samples. Okay guys, these are the 4 tanks I have. So this is the TAD Tube Doctor tank, that's the Mod tank, that's the Belton tank, and that's the Accutronics tank. I think it's pretty obvious here that these are probably made in the same factory. In fact, I'm 100% certain they're made in the same factory. The metalwork is identical, except for some minor changes. They've changed the color of the AV plugs around. Even when you go inside, I'll just flip it around. Except for the changing colors, even the coils are identical on each one. This one's got a yellow plastic holder. I've got no idea exactly what that is, but again, the metalwork's the same, springs are the same, everything's the same. This one here didn't come with rubber feet, so I don't know if that was meant, or it's the Accutronics one, so I don't know if that was meant, or maybe I've missed it in the box or something, but we'll look into that to see what that's about. Then, guess what? Same thing with the Mod and the TAD ones. They look quite different because that's got a grey hammerite finish and that's a matte black finish. But in terms of what's actually on them, the rubber feet, the plugs, the metalwork construction, the electronics, they're all pretty much the same coils, same circuit boards. I mean, they even have the same writing on the circuit boards. So as far as what I'm expecting to hear from these, I'm expecting these to sound pretty much identical. And I wouldn't be surprised if these sound the same as well. So we'll actually just see what happens there. My understanding is that the Mod tanks are made in a factory in China, which would then, if they are the same, that would actually mean the TAD one's made in China too. And the Belton and Accutronics ones are made in the Belton factory in Korea. That's what I've been led to believe anyway. So we'll see what they sound like. Maybe I've just got two different tanks here. Right, let's get to the sound samples. Okay, so we've heard the sound samples, and as expected, the Tad and the Mojo tanks sounded pretty similar. I think that's within tolerance, but the Accutronics and the Belton tanks didn't. They actually had quite a different sort of reverb to them. I've measured the coils on each one just to compare them, and they are within 10% of each other. So the only other real difference I can see between them is the laminations that are on each one, and they are different shaped and different sizes altogether. That's the Belton one, is the one with the yellow, and that's the Accutronics one there, and they're different on this end as well, different sized. That's the Accutronics one, and that's the Belton one. The Belton one's slightly bigger and different shaped, and that's why they sound different.